These are the books that I read in 24 hours or less because how could I not? First up, we've got Wild Eyes. I ate this up, and let me tell you, this is such a good one sitting book. Next, we've got a book that I don't talk about enough, but I love it so much, and that is Carrie Soto is Back. I read this book so quickly because I had to know what happened. It's one of those books where you are reading for one specific end goal, and until that happens, you just can't put it down. Then we've got Funny Story. Honestly, my tradition at this point is for new release days, I try and binge the book in one day, especially romances, and especially if they're short enough. I just don't want to get spoiled, one, but two, usually I've been waiting for these books for so long that I just need to know everything about them. We've got The Housemaid. This is a one sitting book, not even just 24 hours, but literally this was the quickest I've ever read a single book, I'm pretty sure. Read it in like 4 hours. I could not put it down. I'm really not a thriller girly, but this did it for me. Unfortunately, we have Heartless. I say unfortunately, like I didn't absolutely love this book, but the absolute pain I felt from this was insane. And if I hadn't read it all in one sitting, if I had read that one part, I never would have picked it up again. And I kind of sometimes wish I didn't. So then we've got one of my more recent reads, and it's An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night. This is a series that I'm currently working through, and both of these books were read in less than 24 hours. There's just something about the writing style and the storytelling that I can't put it down. A Curse for True Love, pretty similar to Funny Story. I had been waiting for this book forever. Binged it all on release day. Also, if you know, you don't get to Jax for a while in this book, and I told myself I would at least read until I see Jax again. That's the whole thing I was waiting for. Then I was like, let me just finish it. So we've got My Baby, the book that I try to put people on, but I'm not sure if I've ever successfully put anyone on. But if you're listening to this, please try to be put on by this book. It is so good. It's one of my favorites. It's Sisters of Sword and Song. I read this in one sitting. I will never forget this book. It's just so beautiful. And if you like Greek mythology, but a little twist on it, if you like a story that's not just about romance, but also about sisters, it's so good. It got me crying. It's incredible. Also, is by Rebecca Ross, and you guys love Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows, so read it. And I couldn't make this video without bringing up the Mind F series. I read the first three in one day, and then I read the other two the next day. Okay, this was less than 24 hours for all five books. They were so good, so addictive, and so fast paced. It honestly feels like one big book, and I know that you can buy the big omnibus version. It is basically one book, but book or not, it's so addictive.